Welcome to our collective tech channel. Today we bring you how Elon Musk plans to colonize Mars. Before we continue, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get more videos. In 2002, he created SpaceX, his rocket company, with that spirit in mind. Musk was irritated that NASA was not doing enough to bring people to Mars. He was worried that humanity's contingency plan was not being built for when Earth becomes an uninhabitable wasteland. Since then, SpaceX has developed several unique aerospace systems, including the Falcon 1 orbital rocket, Grasshopper, a small self-landing test rocket, Falcon 9, a reusable orbital-class launcher, Dragon, a cargo spaceship, and Falcon Heavy, a super heavy lift launcher. On the other hand, Mars is a cold, harsh, and nearly airless rock 140 million miles from Earth. Landing an even tiny spacecraft there now, let alone a giant spaceship full of people and cargo in the future, requires incredible imagination. That's why SpaceX is using the lessons learned over the last 16 years, as well as a growing amount of money and personnel, to create a spacecraft known as the Big Falcon Rocket, or BFR. The 387-foot tall structure comprises two massive stages, an 18-story tall Big Falcon spaceship and a similarly huge Big Falcon booster. The spacecraft on top will be launched into orbit by the rocket, which will then land and be reused. When it comes to human spaceflight, timelines are unreliable, but Musk's optimistic prediction of when SpaceX could reach Mars shows his zeal to achieve that aim. The following somewhat speculative timeline of SpaceX's strategy is based on our reporting and dates gathered by the Reddit group r/SpaceX. Where SpaceX is today with its Mars plan. Musk has said that the BFR spaceship is the hardest part of the system to perfect, so SpaceX concentrates its efforts there. To that end, the company is constructing a BFR factory near SpaceX's headquarters in the port of Los Angeles. Engineers build a prototype spacecraft of advanced carbon fiber materials under a nearby 20,000 square foot tent, while the facility is being made. SpaceX is also working with NASA and other parties to hammer out the details of its Mars mission plans. Still, it also needs to find out how to keep passengers safe from radiation, malnutrition, and themselves. SpaceX is looking for a location to test launch its Starship concept, and the southern tip of Texas offers a few advantages. For one thing, SpaceX can presumably cheaply transport massive rocket parts by barge from Los Angeles to Boca Chica through the Panama Canal. Otherwise, the components will have to be flown or pushed over land in a vehicle. Furthermore, the region has a low population, which is ideal for a business filling a massive experimental spaceship with explosive liquids and setting them on fire. The rockets may even be fired over the Gulf of Mexico, posing even less of a threat to people and property on the ground. It's possible that the launch pad isn't even on the ground. In September, Musk said, "We may launch from a floating platform." Finally, Boca Chica is one of the southernmost cities in the United States. Since the Earth's rotation adds considerable momentum to a blast, getting as close to the equator as possible helps rockets conserve fuel. 2019. Debut the Big Falcon spaceship. Gwynne Shotwell, SpaceX's president and chief operating officer, has stated that the company plans to test launch a concept ship from southern Texas, in short hops, not hitting orbit, in late 2019. The goal would be to collect valuable data from the prototype to improve the next version. As with many early SpaceX test launches, the chances of a rapid unscheduled disassembly, as Musk refers to exploding rockets, are significant. 2020 to 2021. Try to launch a full BFR and get a spaceship into orbit. Shotwell said the BFR should be orbital in 2020 at the Satellite 2018 conference in March, meaning that both a booster and a spaceship will be designed, shipped to Texas, integrated, and launched by then. On the other hand, in September, Musk said no decision had been made on a timeline and that he wanted to conduct several uncrewed orbital test launches before getting people on board. 2022. Launch 2 missions to Mars full of cargo and supplies, but no people. Musk has claimed that the first Big Falcon spaceship missions to Mars will be launched in 2022, according to his aspirational timeline. Each ship would first travel into Earth's orbit, which would consume the majority of its fuel. The spacecraft would then be filled with enough power to hit Mars by some other tanker spaceships. It's unclear how many flights this will take or how long it will take. Every 2 years, Mars and Earth approach each other, providing windows of time where it's easier to hit the planet. As a result, the summer of 2022 will be the right time to start. It could take anywhere from a few months to nearly a year for the big Falcon spaceship to reach Mars, depending on how well it can adjust to speed. As a result, a landing is likely in late 2022 or early 2023. 2022 to 2023, land the first big Falcon spaceship on Mars. Musk wants the first spaceship to be loaded with cargo and machines required for future missions. The material would be needed for humans to construct facilities that could produce electricity, collect water, bottle the thin Martian air, and convert the raw materials into methane fuel and oxygen for return missions to Earth. In August, Paul Wooster, SpaceX's principal Mars development engineer, revealed some new details. Confirm the water supply in the areas that you're interested in, Wooster said, and then assess any landing hazards for potential flights, and then start putting in place some of the facilities that you'll need, such as landing pads for safer arrival of crewed missions. 2023, launch the first people with BFR and send them around the moon. In September, Musk introduced the world to SpaceX's first tourist, Yusaku Maezawa, a Japanese billionaire paying SpaceX an undisclosed sum, likely hundreds of millions of dollars, to be the first passenger aboard the BFR. Maezawa purchased all the seats on the vehicle's spaceship and plans to pack 6 to 8 artists from various disciplines to take the roughly week-long trip around the moon with him in 2023. That mission would be the ultimate proof that the BFR works. In September, Musk said he's paying a lot of money that would help with the ship and its booster. In the end, he's paying for ordinary people to fly to other worlds. 2024, blast people on the first human voyage to Mars. SpaceX will then send 1 or 2 crews to Mars if the first cargo, supply, and scouting missions go well. During an interview with journalist Kara Swisher for the podcast Recode Decode on October 31st, Musk said of such a project, "We're still aiming for 2024. Wooster said that each ship could carry at least 100 tons of supplies in the current mission plans. By transporting far more stores than any crew would need for a years-long Mars mission, along with bulky gear, SpaceX might circumvent the need for advanced and as-yet non-existent technologies that'd otherwise be required to stay on Mars." 2025, put boots on Mars. Crewed spacecraft, including the first uncrewed mission to Mars, could take 6 to 9 months to reach the Red Planet. According to Wooster, the first spaceship will most likely be used as astronaut residences. It wouldn't be the most comfortable configuration, but it might simplify the project by removing the need to construct Mars habitats right away. 2028, finish building Mars Base Alpha. When someone asked Musk on Twitter how long it would take to build the first permanent Martian base, something he referred to as Mars Base Alpha, Musk said, probably 2028. From that point on, Musk said in March, a colony could begin to form. It'll start with the most basic infrastructure, he said. Just a base to produce some propellant, a power station, blast domes to grow crops, all of the sorts of basics without which you can't live. And then there will be an explosion of entrepreneurial potential, says the author. Perhaps the 2030s, construction of the first city on Mars. This timeline's milestones have been speculative from the start, but they are now bordering on fantasy. Many life support experts doubt that the requisite technology will be available in the 2020s for people to land on Mars and survive, let alone create a permanent city for colonization. Musk, on the other hand, intends to build a backup drive for humanity on Mars. I hope people start to think of establishing a society on Mars as a real aim to which we can aspire, Musk said in 2017. This is about all of the life we care about, not just humanity. Musk envisions sending about 1 million people to Mars at about $200,000 per one-way ticket. He believes that price will be possible given the hypothetical reusability of the BFR. Musk doesn't think that life on Mars will have to be boring. Quote, "Everything from iron foundries to pizza joints will be needed on Mars," he said. "I believe Mars will have fantastic bars, such as the Mars Bar." That's it for how Elon Musk is planning to colonize Mars. If you liked our video, hit the button and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Comment down below your favorite part from the video.